So how do you create and communicate wins as ministry changes and shifts? There are actual risks and rewards during the change process, but it's important also to understand that people need to see progress along the way. So here is a 9-box to help you create visible wins for your church. Let's take a look. First, we want to determine this risk factor. Is it a high risk? Is it a low risk? Or is it something here in the middle? Next, we want to assess the rewards. Are they high rewards? Are you going to get a big return? Or is it something low or medium? So now you want to mark the box where these two intersect. You must understand that if things are too high of a risk and low of a reward, or somewhere else in the matrix that just isn't quite right, you don't do those things. If you fail early in the change process, it will be very difficult for you to recover. So once again, you really want to focus on these things that fall in the upper right-hand portion of the 9-box. Another element that you have to consider here is, of course, visibility. Is this something that is seen or unseen? And as a change leader, you want as many visible wins as possible because you want to hit your clearly defined goals up front and in front of everybody and make sure those align with milestones toward leading change. The more visible the change is, the more visible the goal is, then it is so much easier to point out and celebrate and build momentum that leads to people understanding where progress is actually occurring in meeting the goal. Now, if there's a change that is really, really high in reward, but maybe medium in risk, it's not as visible, then we want to be creative really in how we bring it into the spotlight. The best way to do this is by highlighting a story of a person or a family that was greatly affected by this change. Now, even if it was something that is mundane at first glance, maybe it was switching a process or a system or some outside service that we now use that helps us track people better. Regardless of what this is, we want to highlight the butterfly effect on how it had an impact on this person or this family's life. By doing that, you can make it really visible and help people connect to emotionally that family and connect to the change that you're leading. Again, as you approach this exercise that's coming up, think of it in this way because it will really help you maintain momentum and constant visibility of how you are leading successfully in bringing change to your church.